Welcome to the MSP Corner podcast. Before we kick off our show, we would like to share what our main objective is at the MSP Corner. Our main goal is to help CEOs build profitable and self-sustainable IT service firms. We are not just providing tools for IT firms, we will be sitting in meetings with you to ensure your IT firm stays on track. The first area we are focused on, strategic sales. IT firms are stuck selling technology or IT support. We will provide you with the blueprint so you position your firm as an added value to your prospects. We will have framework on how to sell value so you influence the prospect into selecting your firm. The second area we see many IT firms struggle in is marketing. 90+% of businesses rely on antiquated marketing methods. The most popular choice, word of mouth. We have proven methods on how to attract the ideal prospect. Our framework will include how to become the online authority and be the business influencer for an industry. The third component to our package, scaling. IT firms walk away from opportunities because they lack the bandwidth or skill set to scale. We have lined up reputable businesses so our members can hire on-demand resources that will allow them to scale their business. The fourth area we will offer help in, selecting the right tools. In order to deliver value, you need the right tech stack. Our platform will offer information on products that are the ideal choice for MSPs. The fifth area we will offer help in is with documentation. Templates are a critical component when building an MSP. We will have contracts, proposals, SOWs, collateral, and much more in the template section. You will have every document you need to start up your managed IT service business. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go to our next podcast. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. I am your host, Fernando Leon, and I'm joined by my co-host, Gregory Moravietz. And today we have a special guest, the CEO of Lionfish Cybersecurity. But before we dive into this interview, we want to quickly go over the agenda and the topics we plan on discussing today. So let me jump to that agenda real quick here. So first, we're just going to do some quick intros. A little bit about Jeremy, a little bit about his firm, Lionfish Cybersecurity. We're going to talk about traditional methods in security compliance. CMMC licensed training provider. They have Lionfish provides free weekly training sessions. A huge benefit for MSPs who need to get licensed for the future CMMC framework. We're going to talk about the governance of the updated NIST cybersecurity framework and why MSPs need to learn and apply cybersecurity principles. So let's get into it. And let me make a quick intro on Jeremy, because today, hey, it's a pleasure always hosting Jeremy. He's been a phenomenal partner. But he's a luminary of cybersecurity education and a key architect behind Lionfish's cybersecurity cutting-edge training methodologies. Jeremy's vision and leadership have positioned Lionfish at the forefront of cybersecurity resilience and workforce development. And a little bit about his firm. Lionfish Cybersecurity is redefining the cybersecurity landscape through its pioneering approach to training and performance support. As an authorized CMMC licensed training provider, Lionfish equips MSPs with the tools and the knowledge to navigate cybersecurity's complex waters, because we know it's not very straightforward. But their innovative workflow learning system and commitment to the 5 moments of need instructional design ensure that cybersecurity professionals are not just educated, but truly prepared to face and mitigate digital threats. All right, Jeremy, thanks for joining us. Greg, thank you. Greg, Feel free to cut me off, chime in, provide any feedback, ask questions. But I'm going to dive into the first question here. But Jeremy, can you share how Lionfish's security approach to training goes beyond traditional methods to directly impact MSP operations and cybersecurity readiness?
Sure. Yeah. No. First of all, thanks, Fernando and Gregory, for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on with you guys and just be around you in general. You guys got great vibes, great energy, and always trying to help the MSP community, which is fantastic. Considering that, in the scheme of things, the MSPs are the vanguard of the protection of the country right now, especially with our small to mid-sized businesses. And so, thank you for what you guys are doing.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, back to your question on this. So, you know, we've recognized that some MSPs haven't quite made it either into the security or in the compliance phase of their cycles of life. And as we don't have enough people, we decided that our platform would be a mechanism to help the MSPs build their base from within, and also to bring partners like you guys on to help these MSPs to shore up and they can flex their ability to do compliance and everything like that. So we build training inside of our platform itself. It's not an afterthought. It's not like some other piece of it. It is ingrained in it because, as you know, sometimes there's turnover in companies, and as soon as you can get somebody onboarded or have business continuity continued, the better. So that's what we're looking at there.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. In light of your recent recognition as a CMMC licensed training provider, how does Lionfish intend to elevate the cybersecurity capabilities of MSPs and their clients?
Well, so from a CMMC standpoint, right? That's currently a DoD DoD requirement or becoming a requirement here real soon. And but what we're being told is that many other agencies are going to follow suit. Other countries are, and things like that. And then everybody that supply chain for the DoD, these entities, government entities, they're all going to have to be CMMC certified. MSPs that are going to be working with them have to be certified. Everybody that touches or works with somebody in that capacity, and we decided because it's a national security type thing and it's near and dear to our heart, and I know yours, that we wanted to be a licensed training provider. It just seemed like a natural fit. We're already a certified tech school in the state of Indiana, doing certification training and things like that. So, as MSPs are growing in their ability to take on more of the challenges that we face, they need to understand these particular aspects. And we think that NIST 800-171 is a great framework to learn from. And if you're going to be doing anything with anybody, if it's a Safeguard Act, if it's SOC, if it's HIPAA, if it's CIS controls, these are great controls to know. And so we hope that we can get a lot more people trained up and have them have a certification in that space.
Now, how long would you say it takes hour wise to get CMMC trained and certified? How long is that process? First, you go through all the classes and the tests and you pass everything and then you get certified. How much time should someone plan for something like
Well,
that?
so our class-based time is 40 hours.
Okay.
So for sure you got to do that. But then you're going to want to study after that, and depending on how much you want to study, you could probably looking at another week if you're going back through the material, and then go take the test. And that's about how long it would take if you went right through it and you just gave and devoted your time to it.
Got it. Okay, so 40 hours, that's a good chunk of change for, somebody who's working full time. So how is somebody going to manage this? Is this something that could be
Yeah,
done on demand? Is this online courses, or what do
that
you
yeah, that's a great question actually. So for our live classes, what we opted to do was to work with our. I mean, everybody's doesn't have a lot of time. You number one, you got to pay for a class and a cert, plus you got to lose work time. That's hard to do. So what we decided to do was take it. Now this is Eastern Standard, so it does cut into some time for the West Coasters, but we decided to start class at 6:30 to 9:30 every night, except for Friday, and then all day Saturday. So it left that time period for people to work and still make money.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So we did take that in consideration. We are going to be offering here shortly. Maybe I'm saying this a little too soon, but we will be offering a basically a self-paced with instructor on call, and we do need to have the instructor there for like 3 hours of the 40 hours. So we'll have some structured time that the class will still meet or can meet, and but you could do it on your own time.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice that you can provide that flexibility and offer, because these guys, you know how they are. They are workaholics. They will work themselves to death, but I know a lot of these guys want to take time to get properly educated and certified for something, especially CMMC. And I think about this a lot because I don't know if you've watched the show. I'm going to go off script here a little and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
and and mention one of my favorite shows, The Americans, on Netflix, or on Hulu. Sorry, Hulu. And they obviously didn't have CMMC compliance back then, because let me tell you, these Russian spies were able to get access to uh, technology that was being developed for the DoD, right? So it's kind of
Mm.
funny that
Well, they're still doing it, right? I mean, that's the whole
yeah,
point, right? So
yeah,
the reason why
exactly,
they've pushed us so hard is because of that reason. The adversary is getting our stuff, even getting it. Yeah, it's insane. It's
yeah.
really insane.
Yeah, no, and when you have an online business, I'm sure it's even easier to get access to those to that technology or intellectual property. So yeah, I could see why the government is taking some very strict measures to ensure these contractors are following this framework, because yeah, you can't get secrets. You can't allow these secrets to get out. So especially
Yeah.
to other countries. Now, Lionfish offers free weekly training sessions that focus on critical cybersecurity frameworks. How do these sessions enhance the MSP's ability to protect against evolving threats?
Well, so we have been offering. We had a 14-week. I think we're on the last one. Gregory, is that right? You think? And
We have no, we have another module to go.
one more module. What is that? Do you remember? Is that one AI,
Yeah,
cybersecurity AI?
AI.
Yeah. So Fernando, what we did was and I tell you, it just for it, I don't know if your listeners know this, but Gregory is an amazing human being and knows his stuff inside and out. And we've been fortunate to build a relationship with Gregory and Fernando, and Gregory actually leads the class, so you're getting some fantastic guidance from him in that. But those all the MSPs join, come listen to it, walk through the frameworks, what they are, what they're about, what how to a little bit of how to take care of them. I don't know if you go like super in detail, right, Gregory, on
No,
that?
not really. I
Yeah.
just kind of like talk about it in layman's terms. Like if you didn't know what it meant,
Hmm.
what would it mean to you if you had to do it?
Yeah, and it's very helpful, especially if somebody's learning a new framework, right? Because they
Right.
don't have any idea. They're like, what? And then you break it down so easy. I swear, I think you probably should be you're a world class teacher. I got to say, because you know how to break it down to simple terms that people can understand. You keep it engaging, and it's fun. I mean, if people, have fun at your class. So,
Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah, no, no. I've been around Gregory for almost 25 years. I know how great of he's great at illustrating and using analogies, right? He's the master of analogies. And when he comes to explaining things, he breaks it down very brilliantly. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, and
Now,
and and I love it when he throws in his humor too. That
yeah.
it's just like what? That was a good one.
Mm.
I mean,
Thanks.
I often get razz from my kids. My humor's usually off, or I miss it by a couple of beats. But he's right on.
Yeah, yeah, no, I've been a victim of his Comedy Central, so
Yes,
yeah.
many times.
Hey,
And
have you done stand? What's that?
that's been intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have you done stand up yet, Gregory?
I should try it. I would probably have to leave this business then. I would be
I
Y-
I
I would
would
be
I
given an
would fly out.
opportunity, right?
I would fly out to see that.
I
Actually,
have a
just
I have a routine I can do.
do you?
Yeah, all right.
Do you
Sure.
really?
I've been told I'm funny like 1,000 times. So yeah, you got to come up with something to back it up.
Well, I'm telling you, if you figure out, just give me enough notice for your stand up night. I would invest in a flight just to see that. I honestly
Yeah, yeah,
would.
go to a open mic night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have to start out in like the Bible Belt or something because my comedy is very not PC, I guess.
yeah, I
I'd
would
have to start
suggest,
out like
yeah.
at a Christian college with my my
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
routine.
All right, let's move on, Greg,
Yeah.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Before we get canceled.
Yes,
Yeah.
before you get us canceled here,
Yeah, sorry,
Jesus.
sorry, sorry.
Hey, speaking of that, I know we're getting off here a little bit, but I saw a video with Robin Williams the other day, and I was like, man, and all these greats that were just really not. They certainly would be have some trouble nowadays, but they were so funny. Everybody loved them.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
loved them, and they made fun of everybody, so it was fine, right? It's not like they picked on anybody specific. So, anyways,
George Carlin would be in prison.
Yeah.
yeah, is that right? Well,
Yeah, he's
I'm trying to figure out how South Park's still on.
Yeah.
yeah. That's a great
Yeah,
question.
you're right. Or how about Family Guy? Family
Yeah,
Guy.
well,
They're
I
protected by some benevolent overlord or something.
that's right, that's right. Well,
I,
what's funny is I'm sarcastic as the day is long, and I just recently, I don't know why, but I never really watched South Park until just recently. I can't turn that crap off. I like have it playing in the background, just laughing my butt off. So funny.
I know they really like to fly close to the sun. They're like, how close can we get to the sun before we just
Yeah,
crash and
right.
burn here?
Right,
Because they are testing the limits. So
right,
it's
right.
it's it's great. It's great. But well, let's get back into this. And
Okay.
with the introduction of governance in the updated NIST cybersecurity framework and your emphasis on workflow learning, how does Lionfish ensure that MSPs are not just compliant but ahead in the cybersecurity posture?
Well, when you look at how we've put things together, or how we're putting them together still, again, we're talking about not everybody knows what they're supposed to do. You get somebody new on the team, they've got to stay ahead of those things. So compliance has changed, right? So those they need to know about. We offer additional certification training to help them stay ahead with the latest certifications. um, we've got other audit trainings as well inside of our system. And, the MSPs just have to say, look, we are ready to start committing down this road, and we can help them. With the help of your team and our platform and everything. When you're, let's just say you've got an MSP that's just, hey, I better do something or I'm going to die here, because I am not doing compliance, and everything is moving towards compliance in many different vectors, many different sectors, not just NIST or not just CMMC, right? And when they say, look, we better start evolving or we're going to die, we actually give them a opportunity to upskill their own staff and team while they partner with companies, great people like Gregory and you, right? Where
Yep.
they can actually walk through those things and see them happening in real time, sit in the meetings, watch the notes, see things happen. It's almost like we are giving them together in the way we work together, you guys and I, we're able to give these MSPs the ability to bring themselves up into another world without disrupting their business continuity that they currently have.
Hmm.
They could bring on, if say 20, 30 people, companies right now, they could actually go to them, bring them in, and start working them with your help and our platform help, and to grow themselves internally at the same time. It's phenomenal, to be honest with you, when you think about it that way. They don't have
Yeah.
to lose any time. It's not like, wait, I got to stop everything and take 6 months to go figure out how to do all this crap. No, they figure it out at the same time while they're learning
Interesting.
with
Wow.
with your help and with
Yeah.
our platform help. So
Wow.
it's great.
Wow. That is great. Now, considering the dynamic nature of cybersecurity threats, because we know there's many of them, how does Lionfish's enable methodology and its focus on the 5 moments of need transform the way MSPs learn and apply cybersecurity principles in real time?
Yeah. So, honestly, we built out our system in the way that I thought it should go. And really what that is that it's training and it's doing, right? It really, I think what we're really building is an implementation platform, not just a compliance platform. The compliance is there, it's needed, and those steps are needed to implement. And so what I was talking with one of our other partners, they're like, hey Jeremy, you guys are really doing this 5 element enablement this methodology, right? This 5 moments of need. And I'm like, what is that? And so this is kind of a newer thing for me to even understand, but it's what we were doing inherently. But really what that is it's saying, hey, we're all busy. We've got all this stuff we've got to do. How do you break every step down into bite-sized measurable chunks to just start doing, instead of, hey, well, and we do give 40 hours straight class, go get the class, go learn. But what happens is you go away from that and you're like, what do you say? You're like 3 months down the road and you're like on finally getting to some work that you're doing with it. And you're like, what did that guy tell me? What did she say at the class? And so what we do is we try to put those in the sections where you're actually supposed to be doing the work. So if you forget, it's right there. So, many people start to do work and then they get pulled away to do something else. And then you got to come back and you got to figure out where you were at again. Well, with it all being in one spot, that's what that means. And that's what we're talking about. And that's what we're doing with our system, the
Nice.
process.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's it for my questions. Greg, do you have anything you want to add or ask Jeremy?
Yeah, I just want everyone to know that Jeremy's platform is like a really a powerhouse of knowledge and expertise and a storehouse of like what you need to do to be cybersecurity compliant. It's not just NIST and it's PCI, it's HIPAA. He's got all these frameworks in there. And if you kind of look at them, you'll see that if you want to be a security player, you just really need to know like a lot of these controls. I mean, the controls across almost all of these different um, frameworks is pretty much the same. So SOC 2, HIPAA, NIST, CMMC, they all have kind of the same theme. They want you to have identity encryption, penetration and vulnerability testing, that kind of thing. So that's all fine. But you need to track it. You need to understand who's working on it, who's doing it, who isn't, who's what roles there are, what groups there are. And Jeremy's platform really has the the back end for you to do that. If you don't have his platform, really you're just kind of working with Gantt charts and Excel spreadsheets and pieces of paper and rules and procedures that are just everywhere, all over the place. And even if you put them all in a SharePoint, you have to somehow break them out into different categories and sections and all these different things. So without his platform, you're really going to have a hard time. So what I suggest is get the platform, just get the platform and look at it. Just get a demo and get a little, give a little 30-day thing. You won't go back, because you can't. Once you start feeding information into it, there's no reason to ever leave.
One thing I'll add to that, and is that, one of the things that we're starting to do to add value for the MSP community is, we'll actually get you trained up and get a certification for compliance training, and we will give you 1 year on our platform for taking our training, so you can start working your own company, your business security. And you need to get that taken care of, because many of these companies are going to make you do that soon. And you want to be secure yourself. You want to be compliant with the companies that you're working with and working for. So we're really trying to add great value to all your people, Fernando, that want to use the system and want to learn at the same time, so they can really take care of our country.
Yep. Yep. No, I agree. I agree. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to close this out. Nothing else you guys want to share?
Not me, no.
Okay. Well, for those looking to deepen their cybersecurity expertise and transform their MSP's defensive capabilities, but more important, it's great to get knowledge and have be trained on all this. It's really you adding value to your clients, you taking your MSP to the next level, because cybersecurity threats are not going to go away. And in order for you to deliver value to your clients, you need to look at the entire network, not just one portion of it. So you need a partner like Lionfish and their website. If you want to sign up and look at their platform, go to www.lionfishcybersecurity.com. And you're going to find a wealth of resources that are designed to enhance your cybersecurity resilience and operational readiness. So consider reaching out to Jeremy. You can always reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with Jeremy. But you can reach me at info@mspcorner.com. But thanks again, Jeremy, for joining us. We appreciate every time you take time out of your day, because I know you're a pretty busy guy.
No, thank you. I literally I love hanging out with you guys.
All right. All right. Well, thanks again to everybody for listening. Don't forget to sign up to be a member on the mspcorner.com. Please share our link with the CEO who will find our information beneficial to their MSP or IT service business. And Jeremy, I'm going to stop recording here, so just hang on for just a second. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to sign up to be a member on www.mspcorner.com. Please share our link with the CEO who will find our information beneficial to their business. Have an awesome day.